Hi everyone, Sean here from Rezo, and thanks for joining us today. I have with me today Jet Xavier. Hey Jet.
Hey Sean, how are you, mate?
Good to see you, mate. Now, for those people that are just joining us, Jet and I are putting together a 5-part series, one tip a day for 5 days, on how agents can better prepare themselves for a changing market or downturn in market, and in particular around a focus in their circle control of mindset and health and wellness. So Jet's our guru, and Jet, what's today's tip?
Today's tip is a neuro-linguistic programming modality about above the line and below the line. When you're below the line, what it teaches us is that we're in a state of not taking responsibility and blaming the circumstances around us for what's going on. When we're above the line, we're actually taking ownership and we're actually looking for solutions. And so we can drift between both. The idea is in a changing market is to start to look for solutions, is start to take ownership of whatever's coming next. If you think about a Rubik's Cube, yeah, if you've ever done one of those, I half did one. I think I spent 10 minutes on it. It seems like you're never going to get this done. But with an above the line mentality or mindset, you can get it done. It might take you a couple of years, might take me a lifetime, but there is a way, there is a solution that you can find out. You can ask someone, you can keep persevering, but there's going to be a solution from that. And I think that solutions mindset, rather than throwing the cube down and going, this is crap, I can't do that, it's not working, I don't know what's going on, it's your fault. Staying above the line and at least anticipating possibility is really important. You know, I don't know if any of you watching have been caught in a rip before, but it's pretty scary. And you think, well, when I got caught in a rip, I thought I was going to die. But after a while, you realize how to get out of the rip. You swim across it. And then if you want, you can actually use a rip to get out the back if you're an ocean swimmer or a surfer. So there's an easy solution. But when you didn't know it, you shut down, you were blame, and you were lack of responsibility focused. When you realize, hey, I can get out of a rip easily, then you became solution focused and you took ownership.
I got 2 stories I can relate to that. One, the Rubik's Cube one. Yeah, I was not great at it. And I broke apart many Rubik's Cubes to put it back the way that I wanted it, or peeled off the stickers and did the right way. I guess that's, kind of what we're talking about, what we have control of and what the solutions are. The second part is, it was last Easter or the Easter before, I was on a family holiday, and there was somebody caught out in the rip, and they got taken away, and that's great. And I had gone out to help out, and then realized, oh, I'm in the rip myself. One of those things, right? But there was that level of panic. Then I realized I have my board. I'm okay. I know how rips work. You swim across it and get across, and we're good. But in that moment of change, and it can really affect people. I'm a big fan of NLP. Now, what are the downfalls of someone not really adopting this strategy of above the line, below the line? What are some things that can go wrong if they don't take
well, if you take the rip, for example, you keep fighting against it, you get fatigued, you get overwhelmed, you can't deal with the pressure, and eventually, unfortunately, people drown from rips. So the downfall from not having an above the line mindset is incredible amounts of pressure, incredible amounts of stress, which impacts your clarity and your focus. Right now, we need clarity and focus, and being above the line and being solution orientated is about clarity and focus. It's like, okay, here's an issue, here's a challenge, here's a problem facing us, here's a changing market. What are the solutions I need to lean into? Where do I need to take ownership here? As opposed to just drowning in the sea of pressure and expectation and all of the stuff that we put on ourselves when things aren't supposedly working on the outside. If we think of it in a business sort of sense, AIA, the big insurance giant, look for ways to sort of, get further income. And rather than going outside of their business, what they realized was they had a whole lot of members already, and they just built a wellness and wellbeing platform and offered the members membership and job done. So what a normal company would go out and look for a new market to play in, which is very expensive and labor orientated and time not efficient from a time point of view. What they did was basically said, hang on a second, we need to create different revenue streams. How can we do it? oh, hang on, we've got members already. What else can we add to that? What else can we give them? So rather than blame their market and blame the industries around them and what was going on in the world at the time when they did this, they were more solution focused. They said, we need to take ownership of this. And they looked within and they came up with a great solution, wellness and wellbeing platform for their existing members. And the rest is history.
So I guess what you're actually saying, if you're not adopting this above the line and you're feeling tired and exhausted and fatigued and potentially on the verge of drowning, when you do adopt it, the above the line, you actually become empowered.
Well, you get, I mean, there's more energy whenever you're blame orientated and you're not taking responsibility. There's a heavy weight with that, Sean. But whenever you start going, hang on a second, what are the solutions? What are the possible solutions around it? Because they're there, it's just that we can't see them because we're so blame orientated. But when we look for the solutions and we take some ownership, there's a different energy exchange that starts to happen. You know, it's almost like we get a little bit of hope at the possibility that we can, you know, when you get out of the rip, I'm telling you, that's the most satisfactory feeling you've ever had in your life.
Yeah.
So that conversation you had in the rip, hang on a second, I just need to be calm. I just need to sort of stop freaking out. I just need to get my breathing in control. I just need to sort of work this out. When you get into there's a sense of hope and there's a sense of aliveness and there's a sense of, I'm going to make this, it's going to happen. I'm going to get out of this alive. So
yeah. And I can't help but think that once you reach that part of your mindset, that's where you actually feel like I'm in control here. It's not the environment.
Becomes second nature too. And you know, no one likes to be blame orientated and not take responsibility. There's that avoidance, you know, like I said, it weighs heavy, but we want to find solutions. We want to find a way to be able to get help when we need it and be able to access the solution that, like I said, is in front of us, but we're just not looking for it at that point in time. So there's you know, I've certainly in my lifestyle, I've been very blame orientated, very lacking responsibility. And in those moments of being able to go, oh, hang on a second, there is a solution to this problem. I just have to look for it and I just have to take some ownership of this. There's such a different energy exchange.
That's a great tip for today. Thanks, Jet, for providing that for our listeners and viewers today. Thanks so much for jumping on. Now, if you want to learn more about Jet and maybe even get a free consultation through his website, Jet, how are they going to find you?
Just go to jetxavier.com. There's a free high performance consultation there. Just fill out your details. We'll get in touch and we'll have a chat.
Great. And we'll see you tomorrow for tomorrow's tip. All the best. Bye.
Cheers.